So I finally got Disney Plus, and I've just been watching so much Star Wars because I love Star Wars. Hi, my name's Annalise. I'm a qualified singing teacher, and I've been teaching for a number of years. And I'm just here to be your guide into the world of singing. The whole point of singing, like one of the main points of singing, is to bring the voice forward. I'm always saying if the voice goes into the back of your head, it's not really going to work. So this is why we have to use our hands to help imagine everything. Because unlike other instruments, singing is kind of hard to demonstrate. I mean, with any other instrument, you can just go, here's the instrument, this is how we do it. Whereas singing, it's all in the throat. That's why I say use the hands. And because I'm a Star Wars nerd, I say use the hands, Luke. Yay. So with my students, I'm always kind of telling them to use their hands to bring it forward, and most of the time they do. Other times I have to remind them all the time. So one thing I get them, so you have to kind of go like this and like that. And I always say, like, imagine there's some fishing line attached to the corners of your mouth, and that line is attached to your hands. And I know it's a morbid analogy, and I have several more. So you have to imagine the corners of your mouth going forward with your hands, like, ooh, like that, if that makes any sense. And eventually your brain will trick itself into thinking, oh yeah, my voice has to go forward. And then your voice is going to do that automatically, and the muscle memory. And then eventually you'll get to the stage where you don't have to think about it. And that's what we want to get with singing. You want to get to the stage where you can do things without having to think about it. It'll just happen naturally. With my students, I'm always telling them exaggerate with your hands. So you want to go like that, and like that. And eventually in a performance you can, so go from that to that. It'll look nice. Like even in a performance, if you just go like that, your brain will be thinking that. Also, the hands help with breathing because some of my students, a lot of them, they tend to breathe before they finish their passage. So they're singing and then they kind of go like la la la, like that. And I call that a hiccup. So what I get my students to do is to use their hands to direct their voice forward, sing, 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 then breathe and continue to sing, and then breathe. It just helps them remember to breathe, because they do forget to breathe. We don't want to go sing, sing, and then try and keep singing, because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So hopefully that tip was helpful to you. Like, do use your hands. Some of my students don't want to use their hands, because I've had one she was transferred from another teacher, and she was kind of always told to just keep her hands to the side and not be silly, but then she comes to me and I'm all like, no, be silly, we want to be silly. So that's one thing to think about, is just don't be afraid to be weird with your hands. Alright, I'm just gonna keep demonstrating. Okay, so is that helpful? Do you have any questions? Let me know, thing and thingy, all that. Cool.